Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Smile Podcast. I'm Court the Poet, and I'm here to bring you another interpretation of a poem I written. My purpose is to provide context for poetry that is S, spiritual, M, motivational, I, intellectual, L, learning, and E, entertaining. This poem is called You Cannot Stop Black Seeds That God Cultivated. In barren, dry land, with seeds in their hands, workers till the soil, fervently they toil. Society sneers and laughs, puts obstacles in their paths, throwing rocks and stones, telling the workers things like, you are on your own. This soil is worse. We made sure it was cursed. Plant the seeds if you dare, they will never breathe this air. As society left the scene, sardonically and mean, they left negative words for the seeds, yet the workers planted those kernels, determined, not fatigued. Those seeds planted in the earth in conditions that were worst. The workers prayed those seeds would bloom despite predictions of gloom. Under the surface, the workers could not see, but from the shells, those stems grew free. Activity underneath that soil that rock and concrete could not spoil. Society did not know the seeds were of a different pedigree. Those seeds were called heirlooms that would not be entombed. Because barren was the land, those seeds knew the task at hand. As the workers spoke encouraging words, more and more those seeds underneath stirred. And the seeds pushed despite the ordeal, the more the workers kept their till. Soon that land, barren and dry, plants began to surface on all sides. And it was not just ground a few broke, like an army, more and more seeds began to poke. Soon there were thousands of stems. Those petals of flowers grew like gems. And those plants began to grow high. All the odds and poisoned soil defied. In the land barren and distressed, those planted seeds yielded a harvest. And those workers shed happy tears from their dry, barren land was now revered as a place where, through nurturing from God, black seeds planted in the toughest conditions can beat the odds. And society soon came back and returned, seeing the progress with anger it burned. For it was the one who was assured with rocks and stones, no seed planted would never be grown. Consternation it felt, for it was grossly underestimated. You cannot stop black seeds that God cultivated. I want to describe the black race through the metaphor of a garden, but not just any garden. I'm talking about a garden planted in hostile ground. I am talking about hard, dry, stubborn soil. Soil stripped of nutrients and poisoned by hate, racism, and discrimination. I see a vacant lot covered with broken bottles, trash, and discarded things, while the cruel laughter of society looks at us and says, all right, let's see you grow here. But even in that place, there's a gardener. That gardener begins clearing the land. He removes what was thrown there to choke life out before it could begin. And while he works, Racism keeps trying to dump more trash onto the soil, more obstacles, more doubt, more reasons for nothing to grow. Still, the gardener finds space. He takes those black seeds and plants them anyway. God is the gardener. He sees the damaged land, but he also sees the power inside his black seeds. To the world, the ground may seem too broken, too poisoned, too hard, and too far gone. But God sees differently. He sees the rocks, the weeds, and the obstacles, and he does not always remove them all because he knows his seeds are stronger than what was placed in their way. God knows those seeds are special. He knows there is life inside of them that the world has underestimated. He knows what looks small in the hand can become mighty in the earth. He knows that what others tried to bury was never meant to die, it was meant to rise. Then, in time, those seeds rise, they push to the surface, they break open the ground that was supposed to bury them. They bloom. They multiply beneath the soil before the world even notices. And when the racist landowners return, they are shocked. They are angry. They are confused. They thought they had poisoned the ground badly enough that nothing would survive. But they did not understand the power inside the seeds. So, what do the garden, the planter, and the seeds say about the black race? They remind us that we have often been planted in places where we were never expected to reap a harvest. We were expected not to grow, not to advance, not to produce fruit, and not to produce anything powerful. Laws, systems, and generations of discrimination have been like rocks and stones in the soil of our lives. They were placed there to block our roots and weaken our growth. But what have we done? We flourished anyway. We have grown through pressure. We have beaten odds designed to defeat us. We've taken the worst conditions and produced excellence, culture, wisdom, creativity, strength, and survival. Black people have been given barren ground and still brought forth a harvest. And here's another truth. After the world sees what we have grown, it wants the fruit. It wants the music, the style, the language, the innovation, the food, the rhythm, the leadership, and the strength. But it does not always want to respect the struggle that produced it. It wants the harvest without honoring the soil. It wants the beauty without acknowledging the battle. It wants what grew from our pain without understanding the determination that nourished us. I looked at the meaning of black seeds to give this interpretation even more depth. Some definitions connect black seeds with negativity, deception, or darkness. But that's not the meaning I choose. The meaning I hold on to is this. Black seeds symbolize resilience and strength, rising from something small. And that is us. Throughout the history of melanated people, we have produced strength and resilience under some of the most horrific circumstances. We have grown in places where growth was never supposed to happen. Now, imagine what we could become if the soil was healthy. Imagine what we could produce if the barriers were removed. Imagine what Black America could harvest if we were given the same sunlight, water, protection, and opportunities that others have received. If we had produced greatness under oppression, then imagine the greatness that could rise from freedom, justice, and true equality. So, stay inspired, stay empowered, stay determined, stay prepared to push through hard ground, bad environments, and tough seasons. Keep reaching towards the sky, keep growing, keep harvesting, because Black America has always been built to survive the worst and still produce the best. And that concludes this episode of the Smile Podcast. I'm Court the Poet, and I'll see you on the next episode. Out.